The future of the British monarchy and the very structure of the royal family may hinge on a single shocking request delivered in secret. After 5 years of self-imposed royal exile in California, Prince Harry is reportedly very serious about returning to his homeland. But a powerful condition has been laid down by the one person trying hardest to bridge the chasm: Catherine, the Princess of Wales. Kate Middleton, the woman poised to be queen, has allegedly reached out to her estranged brother-in-law in private calls, offering him what she believes is the only path back into the fold and back into King Charles's good graces. A path that requires him to return alone. Hello, dear viewers, and welcome back to the channel where we dissect the most crucial developments shaping the House of Windsor. If you appreciate these deep dives into the complex lives of the royals, please take a moment to hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss a pivotal update on this unfolding family drama. Today, we are examining a truly seismic shift in the dynamic between the Sussexes and the rest of the royal family, driven by a quiet, determined effort from the Princess of Wales. According to reports cited originally by OK Magazine, Kate Middleton has been working tirelessly and quietly to calm things down. This is not merely a polite inquiry. This is a strategic intervention by the future queen, designed to heal a rift that has defined the monarchy for half a decade. The urgency of this intervention is paramount. The royal family is currently facing a period of intense pressure, juggling the demands of duty amidst personal health battles and the relentless demands of the Commonwealth. The absence of Prince Harry, coupled with the ongoing tension, has left a void that even the most dedicated senior royals struggle to fill. But what exactly is the nature of this secret council? The palace source speaking to the magazine claims that the Princess of Wales has advised Harry on the best thing the Duke can do to finally mend the deeply fractured ties with his father, King Charles III. And that best thing, according to the insider, is making a solitary return to the UK for a specific, meaningful occasion: Christmas. Kate, we are told, is desperately hoping that Harry will come home for her favorite time of year. A time traditionally marked by deep-rooted family rituals, from the walk to St. Mary Magdalene Church in Sandringham to the exchange of humorous, often cheap gifts. For Kate, this is not just a holiday. It is the emotional centerpiece of the royal calendar, a visible demonstration of unity and enduring tradition. And she is banking on the deep nostalgia and powerful pull of those traditions to bring her brother-in-law back across the Atlantic. The insider elaborated on the delicate tightrope Kate is walking, noting that she understands he feels pressured, but she also thinks he needs to prove he can act independently of Meghan. This single sentence is the linchpin of the entire developing story, and perhaps the most significant revelation. It suggests that the royal establishment, or at least the future queen, views the ability of Prince Harry to function within the family structure as intrinsically linked to his ability to step back from the intense, symbiotic relationship he shares with his wife, the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle. The message is blunt, even if delivered with affection. Harry should make a point of returning home for family festivities, but crucially without his wife. Imagine the complexity of that request. For 5 years, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have presented a united front, carving out a new life in Montecito, California, predicated on their shared narrative and mutual support. Their departure from senior royal duties in early 2020 was a joint decision, often framed as necessary for their mental health and autonomy. Now, the olive branch being extended requires Harry to temporarily sever that united front, signaling, at least symbolically, a separation of interests. For the target audience of this channel, those who value tradition and the sanctity of family gatherings, the request to return for Christmas holds immense weight. It's a plea for normalcy, a yearning for the way things used to be before the dramatic departure that shocked the world and led to the creation of the moniker, the Sussexes. The fact that Kate Middleton is the one orchestrating this cannot be overstated. She has always been viewed as the steady, stabilizing force within the family, often attempting to mediate between her husband, Prince William, and Harry during the initial tumultuous years. The claim that she has reached out to Harry on private calls underscores her personal commitment to reconciliation, operating outside the formal, often rigid, channels of Buckingham Palace communication. She is taking a deeply personal risk in hopes of achieving peace. But is Harry truly receptive to this difficult proposition? Amidst these claims of Kate's secret efforts, prominent royal expert Ian Pelham Turner has offered a powerful assessment, confirming the Duke's sincerity regarding a possible return. Turner took a stronger stance on Harry moving home, stating unequivocally that the Duke is serious about it. Harry is very serious about returning to Britain, Turner asserted, providing significant weight to the speculation that has long swirled around the California compound. But Turner's vision of the future is not one of full, immediate integration, but rather a carefully managed transatlantic existence. He added a crucial caveat regarding Meghan and the children. "I feel Meghan and the children would be made to feel welcome with them, all spending part of the year in Britain and part of the year in America." This concept of a part-time royal residency is fascinating, and likely the only way such a compromise could ever be brokered. It acknowledges the Duke's deeply rooted ties to the UK and his inherent duty, while respecting the life he and Meghan have established in the United States, raising their two children, Archie and Lilibet, away from the intense media scrutiny of the British press. The logistics, of course, are staggering. Moving 4 people, 2 of whom are global figures and 2 young children, across an ocean multiple times a year, managing security, schooling, and professional commitments, presents an almost insurmountable challenge. Yet, if the aim is genuine reconciliation, this might be the realistic compromise that allows Harry to honor both his birthright and his chosen family path. Ian Pelham Turner went further, suggesting that if Harry were to return, even on a part-time basis, there are specific, meaningful roles awaiting him that align with his past charitable work and the current needs of the monarchy. "I see no reason in this day and age why they cannot commit to taking up royal engagements, especially with disabled people, but also with ethnic communities," Turner stated. This suggestion is highly strategic. During their time as senior royals, both Harry and Meghan focused heavily on mental health awareness, youth initiatives, and championing diverse communities, areas often underserved by the more traditional royal patronage structure. By focusing on these specific areas, they could carve out a niche that is complementary to, rather than competitive with, the work undertaken by Prince William and Princess Catherine. It allows them to serve the crown without necessarily stepping back into the rigid hierarchy that led to their departure in the first place. Think back to the last 5 years. Since stepping down as senior royals in early 2020, Prince Harry has been living a life vastly different from the one he was raised in. He and Meghan, along with their son Archie and later their daughter Lilibet Diana, established themselves in the affluent enclave of Montecito. This period of royal exile has been marked by multi-million-dollar deals with streaming giants like Netflix and publishing houses, producing memoirs, documentaries, and podcasts that often detailed the painful reasons for their departure and the perceived slights they endured within the palace walls. While these ventures have provided financial independence, they have simultaneously deepened the emotional and public rift with the royal family. Every interview, every book release, has served as a fresh reminder of the unresolved tensions, particularly with his brother William and his father King Charles. The timing of Kate's current efforts is critical. With King Charles undergoing treatment for cancer, and the Princess of Wales herself managing her own health recovery, the burden of royal duty has fallen heavily on Prince William. The institution is stretched thin. The presence of Prince Harry, even for a brief period, would offer a visual sign of unity and provide much-needed support for the Commonwealth. But we must return to the central, most difficult condition: the demand for a solo return. What does it mean for Harry to prove he can act independently of Meghan? For the royal family, particularly the core members focused on the continuity of the crown, the past 5 years have seemingly created a narrative that Harry is guided primarily by Meghan's priorities and perspectives, often to the detriment of his relationship with his family of origin. Kate's request is an attempt to test Harry's loyalty to the institution and to his blood relatives, asking him to prioritize the familial bond over the unity he shares with his wife, at least temporarily. This places Harry in an excruciating position. To accept Kate's invitation, which offers the clearest pathway back to reconciliation, he must essentially sideline his wife, the mother of his children, during what is globally acknowledged as the most family-centric holiday of the year. To decline, however, means rejecting the most significant olive branch extended since the rift began, potentially cementing his permanent separation from the working royal family. The stakes are enormous. If Harry returns alone for Christmas, it signals a profound willingness to compromise and adhere to the unspoken rules of the palace. It would be a powerful, non-verbal acknowledgement that he understands the need for discretion and tradition within the private royal setting. It would also give him the crucial private time with King Charles and Prince William that formal public meetings simply cannot provide, allowing for deep, necessary conversations to finally take place away from the glare of the cameras. If Meghan were to agree to this arrangement, staying back in California with Archie and Lilibet, it would be an equally powerful, albeit silent gesture of support for her husband's desire to reconnect with his family. It would require extraordinary maturity and perhaps a painful sacrifice of her own desire to be part of the royal Christmas tradition. Conversely, if Harry refuses the solo journey, or if he attempts to bring Meghan despite the advice, the fragile bridge Kate is attempting to build could collapse entirely. It would reinforce the perception that their partnership supersedes all other obligations, including the bond with his father and brother during a time of great family need. The idea put forth by Ian Pelham Turner, the half-year residency, is perhaps the key to understanding the long game. If Harry can prove through a successful solo visit that he can navigate the complexities of royal life without escalating tensions, the path to a dual-continent life, focused on specific charitable endeavors, becomes much more feasible. This potential arrangement would provide the royal family with a much-needed injection of star power and active patronage, particularly in areas like mental health and diversity that are crucial for the modern monarchy's relevance. It allows Harry to fulfill his duty while retaining the privacy and independence he craves in California. Ultimately, this story is less about geography and more about trust. The years of highly publicized grievances have eroded the deep trust required to function effectively within the royal structure. Kate Middleton's secret calls and the resultant invitation are an attempt to rebuild that trust, brick by painstaking brick, starting with the most fundamental act of family life: sharing a holiday. The decision now rests squarely with Prince Harry. Does he accept the conditions laid down by the Princess of Wales? Does he agree to return to Britain, leaving Meghan and the children in California to prove his loyalty and independence? The world watches and waits to see if the Duke of Sussex will take that agonizing first step back toward reconciliation, or if the rift, driven by 5 years of pain and separation, is simply too wide to cross. The next few months leading up to the end of the year will determine whether the House of Windsor can finally begin to heal its most painful wounds. What are your thoughts on this truly complex situation? Do you believe Kate Middleton is right to demand a solo return? Or should Harry stand firm and insist that his entire family be welcome? Let us know your opinions in the comments section below. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more royal news, and hit the notification bell so you're always up to date. Until next time, take care.